Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Woman seen beating man with machete on viral video arrested. The Westmoreland police have arrested and charged a 40-year-old woman who was seen in a viral video on social media mercilessly beating a man with a machete during a dispute. Charnette Althea Beckford, a vendor of a Pullet Lane line piece, Petersfield address in the parish, was arrested and charged on Tuesday for the offense. The woman, who is known to the man, was arrested Tuesday following the receipt of a report on February 13 from the incident which took place on February 7th. In the viral video, the man, who is slim and tall, was seen being beaten by Beckford, who is much bigger than the victim. The victim received hard slaps with a machete all over his body, to include the back of his head and his arms, as he attempted to ward off the blows being inflicted. Beckford could be heard in the video accusing the victim of carrying her name elsewhere as she inflicted the blows. The man denied her claims. Meanwhile, Deputy Superintendent of Police Adrian Hamilton, who is in charge of operations for the Westmoreland Police Division, is advising the public to seek amicable alternative avenues to resolve their disputes instead of resorting to violence. As it relates to police disputes, far too often individuals have resorted to violence as a means of settling domestic disputes, and we want to implore persons to seek alternative avenues to settle these disputes through negotiations and mediation, and spare themselves the inconvenience of prosecution, because the police will arrest and charge individuals who are in contravention of the law, stated DSP Hamilton. The victim, who had reportedly complained of experiencing back pains, had visible scars to his left shoulder for which he sought and received medical attention after the incident. Beckford is booked to appear in the Westmoreland Parish Court in Savannah Lamar on March 16, 2021. Man shoots at cops, escapes in St. Catherine. The St. Catherine police seized a .38 revolver containing rounds of ammunition during an operation in Chinatown, Central Village in St. Catherine yesterday. No one was arrested in relation to this seizure. According to the police, about 5:30 p.m., officers were in the area when they saw a man whose actions aroused their suspicion. The man reportedly fired shots at the approaching police team, which returned fire. The police said the gunman ran, and during a search of the area, the illegal firearm with ammunition was seen on the ground. Man shot dead at Hanover home, brother injured. The Hanover police are yet to determine a motive surrounding a shooting which left one man dead and his brother hospitalized in serious condition early Tuesday morning. Dead is 24-year-old Everton Reese of a Lance Bay address in the parish. Reports by the police are that about 1:36 a.m., the brothers were at home in Lance Bay when armed men evaded their home and opened fire, hitting them. The police were summoned, and upon arrival, the men were transported to the Noel Holmes Hospital, where Everton Reese was pronounced dead. Investigations into the shooting is ongoing. Trelawney Field Hospital to be handed over this week. The contractor currently constructing the $36 million COVID-19 field hospital in Trelawney is expected to hand over the facility by the end of the week to the Western Regional Health Authority, WRHA, which caters to the parishes of Hanover, Westmoreland, St. James, and Trelawney. However, Regional Director for the WRHA, Errol Green, reported yesterday that it won't be before a week and a half before the 36-bed facility will be able to admit patients. The contractor is expected to hand it over to us by this weekend, so after it is officially handed over to us, then we will have to start cleaning it first and then bring in the equipment and supplies, and then we will be ready to take patients, said Green. The news come at a time when the COVID-19 ward that was designated to host 25 patients at the Cornwall Regional Hospital in St. James is reportedly at capacity, and the COVID-19 ward at Noel Holmes Hospital in Hanover, which was designed to host 12 patients, is approximately 95% of capacity. Just last week, Clinical Coordinator for Cornwall Regional Hospital, Dr. Delroy Frey, disclosed that efforts were being made to expedite the completion of the field hospital so as to assist in accommodating patients from the Type A facility, which is filled beyond capacity. Senior Medical Officer at the Noel Holmes Hospital in Hanover, Dr. Patrice Montrobe, told the media yesterday afternoon that the situation at the Type C facility is of concern, saying that although the hospital has been making preparations for approximately a year, it is currently under pressure. I am concerned, but we have a year of this. We have managed to prepare. It's not only preparing for the physical, but also mentally, and that is a pressure, but we have been preparing ourselves for this as well. If we get an emergency, we have to deal with the emergency. It's what we have to do. The staff has been doing that and doing it well, said Dr. Manthorpe, who added, I'll probably be more concerned that persons need to know that we are going to be having some challenges. So, like I said, adhere to the guidelines. There may be situations where if you are very sick and you come here and we are at capacity, we may not be able to offer assistance. So these are some of the challenges. There are things that are going to be put on hold, but we are going to do our best to make sure we meet the clinical needs of our patients despite what is happening with COVID. Dr. Patrice stressed that the public can expect delays and as such, they should listen to news bulletin and information being disseminated about what is happening. If we are at capacity, you need to come if you have to come here, but if you have to go somewhere else, you might have to do that. Be aware of the situation, so just take care. Don't be careless, encouraged Dr. Patrice. The senior medical officer noted that the hospital has moved into its next phase of preparation by making space in other areas, while at the same time utilizing a corporation in the region for moving around patients. The parish of Hanover up to yesterday had 548 confirmed cases, Westmoreland with 945, St. James with 2,287, and Trelawney with 715. Quarantine order lifted for St. James prisoners. The St. James police are reporting that prisoners at the Freeport Police Station lockup who were placed in quarantine on Saturday, January 9, were given clearance on Sunday, February 21, after completing the required quarantine period. The police said clearance was given by the Ministry of Health and Wellness, and the prisoners are now cleared to resume normal activities, including attending court. At the beginning of the order, the ministry, through the St. James Health Department, had ordered a cessation of visits to the lockup. According to the police, the Health Ministry also advised that movement of prisoners to and from other institutions should cease. Mobay Examination Depot closed until March 1. The Montego Bay Examination Depot of the Island Traffic Authority ITA has been temporarily closed for deep cleaning and sanitization following the confirmation of a positive COVID-19 case at the location. According to the Ministry of Transport and Mining, the location will be closed until Monday, March 1. The ministry noted that all staff members will be tested in the meantime. Persons requiring the services of the Montego Bay Depot are encouraged to visit the next nearest depot as is convenient for urgent matters. Persons who are scheduled for testing at the Montego Bay Depot between tomorrow and Friday are being asked to contact the ITA at 876-754-1900 Fire Brigade fleet to get more vehicles. The fleet of the Jamaica Fire Brigade, JFB, is to be boosted with the addition of fire pumpers in the new fiscal year as the government continues to equip the fire service to adequately respond to emergencies. A sum of $1.9 billion has been earmarked for the project in the 2021-2022 estimates of expenditure tabled in the House of Representatives by Minister of Finance and the Public Service, Dr. Nigel Clark, on February 18th. Over the last 4 years under the project, 6 fire pumpers were procured. It is anticipated that for the new fiscal year, the acquisition of 30 fire pumpers will be completed. The fire pumpers will be provided under the Acquisition of Fixed Asset Project in the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development. The objective is to increase the fleet and capacity of the JFB to enhance emergency response. Up to December last year, 2 ambulances, 8 emergency command vehicles, 6 rescue boats, 2 fire boats, 8 water tankers, 1 box body truck and 1 utility vehicle were procured to support the operations of the JFB. The project is slated to be completed in March 2022 and is being financed by the Government of Jamaica. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.